bottom. We do everything over here. We don't just cut fabric, right? But I have fabric for a little demo, and let's do it. Let's do it. I'm gonna have to cut this. I'm gonna have to do it. So, Mary, hello. Our mats are firm and durable. They're not hard, but they're firm. When you're cutting on our mats, you get traction right away. There's nothing, and that's, let me show you how many layers that was. 1, 2, and this is pretty thick cotton, like quilting fabric. You get traction right away. There's nothing that's gripping the fabric to the mat. It's just that your blade is not sinking down into the mat and pinching the fabric down in there. You're just cutting on top. You could cut multiple layers with ease. Let me show you. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's do 5 for right now. Without having to bear down, right? 5, 10. Okay, this might get a little bit too much. Nathan, hello, hello. But I'm gonna show you that I can still do it. And you probably want to use your ruler or something, you know, your ruler to keep it. See, you could still do it. So, like I said, when you start to get those raised cut marks, and of course, when you get your first big mat, it's beautiful and white. There's no marks on it, but it's meant to be used. Okay, it's meant to be used. We're using a knife. We're using a knife on a piece of plastic, and that's on all the cutting mats, right? But like you could see, there's no fabric or dust stuck down in the mat. You will start to see those raised cut marks. When that happens, Natalie, Fred, thank you for joining. You're gonna take our mat scraper that comes with every cutting mat. Use it like an ice scraper, and you seal the cut marks right back down to a smooth surface, so that you can put your fabric or anything else that you cut back in the same spot and get a clean, crisp cut without your rotary blade skipping. So there's a couple of tips and tricks that are on the website. They're in our information instructions and things like that. Jay, hello. Naomi, so we recommend using the Olfa blades. They're the thinnest on the market, and they don't create scoring. No, they lessen the raised cut marks. Also, loosening the blade on your rotary cutter about a spin so that it rolls freely both ways. A tight blade is only going to create scoring cut marks that eventually will be irreparable even with our mat scraper. Also, we say move your fabric around. Don't cut in the same spot over and over and over and over and over and over, because you're going to cut through any cutting mat like that. But the benefits of ours that they don't smell, they don't warp, we don't get fiber batting or dust stuck down in the mat. Your blade is cutting just like butter. Oh, and I just heard something. I wonder if you guys can hear it. So this is how I know my blade is tight also. No problem, Steph, no problem. So let's see if we could hear it. You hear that? It's too tight. So I'm gonna do, now listen. Maybe a little too tight, still. Does anyone have any questions? So we're pretty much done. You can use both sides. Only one side has a grid, but the other side is blank, and you can use both sides to cut. Sometimes when the friends have projects that you don't need a grid, use the other side. Okie dokie. Okay, everyone. Steph, thank you for asking the questions. Thank you for letting me give you guys a demo.